So today I'm here in Genoa. So Genoa is a city in the northern Italy and it's also the capital of Liguria region. So I travel from Savona to Genoa through a train, and here on the train station while waiting for my train, I'm trying to take a shot of me walking. So as soon as I reached the Genoa, I came out of the station. I saw this humongous structure of Christopher Columbus, and I saw this University of Genoa, which was a partner university of what project I'm involved in. So let's leave it. But I never thought like this university is going to be in such narrow lanes, because I saw the university didn't look like a university, it was like any structure. So the first place to visit in Genoa, I've come to the Aquarium of Genoa, because to everybody I've told that I'm going to be visiting Genoa for a day, they told me like you should go to the Aquarium of Genoa, you can never come back without seeing the Aquarium of Genoa. So here I am, and it is one of the biggest aquarium in Europe, and I think the biggest in Italy, and it had a wide variety of fishes, animals, like water bodies and everything. I spent like an abnormal amount of time in the aquarium, and especially like I was standing in every corner and just admiring. It was so soothing. I just wanted to go inside the water with all of the water bodies. The highlight for me was the manatee, which is also known as sea cows, and they were like just so true to their name. I don't know, they were huge. First of all, I don't know whether you can figure out from this video or not, and they were just rotating so calmly like somebody's controlling them. I think I was standing like for half an hour just there. And the other thing that I was really excited about to see the penguins. I haven't seen like this much of penguins there, and what was so shocking about me, like how frivolous and fast and quick they were under the water, and how lazy and laid back they were like outside of the water, and you could typically see the motions of the penguin. That was also like one of the highlights I really liked. And also I saw the iguana for the first time. I really wanted the iguana to move, but then it was not moving. Everybody was knocking on the head of iguana so that it moves, all the kids, but it was not moving. During the exit, the last thing was the jellyfish. I've seen like all the jellyfish. It's really addictive to see them. And then also the medusa, they were beautiful, like it's like sparkling just coming to your eyes, and they can make you blind. I just loved my experience there. I enjoyed it. If given a chance, I will also go again. I spent like 3 or 4 hours there, and I was just running because I thought like, okay, it's gonna be evening by the time I come out, and it's gonna be difficult for me to see the other places. So after coming out of the aquarium, I just see the area around the port, and when I crossed the road, I saw this huge building of Palazzo San Giorgio. Especially I noticed like this also in Savona, that the architecture, like from the outside, it looks like that it's a very detailed building, but usually what's there, it's a 3D painting. So the Palazzo San Giorgio, I didn't go inside. I don't know whether it was a tourist place or it's open for visit or not, because when I peeked inside, I didn't see anybody. So this place was made, I think, in 1260. It was converted into a prison, and the famous resident was Marco Polo. Then after that, I started walking into the city like nobody's business. Like I didn't know where I was going. I just wanted to explore the city. So I went like into random streets and everything. So they have like very narrow street. I don't know whether you can see from the video. It was like so narrow, and the entire city apart from the port area was made like this. So it's really difficult. If you get lost, you just get lost. It's usually really fascinating for me because the vibe of the city was amazing. I really loved the narrow street. Every street had some story in it, some graffiti in it. But the problem was that like when I was alone and I couldn't see anybody in those streets, it was little borderline creepy, or I got a little bit scared. So after walking and roaming around the city, I landed up to the Castello hill of the city, where I found the Santa Maria di Castello, which is the Romanesque style church, and which was erected before 900 AD. And there was like 2-3 girls, and the group of the girls, and one of them spoke like she knew the Italian and the English, so she was translating for us everything. Who the caretaker, the person was there explaining us. They took us inside from the church also, where they had all of the artworks presented by the noble families of Genoa, which was really nice, and they explained the significance of those arts and everything. It was really pretty from the inside, not just the church, but inside the garden and all of those areas. So after coming out of the Santa Maria di Castello, I came down of the hill, and I was just roaming around the city, and I landed up to this Piazza Matteotti, because outside there people were playing their music, or they were setting up for some performance or something. So I just entered the Piazza Matteotti because I saw that people can enter there. From the other side of Piazza Matteotti, I entered and I came to the Piazza de Ferrari, which is like the main square of Genoa, which is the heart of the city. So this square was dedicated to the Italian banker and Italian politician Raffaele de Ferrari, and the vibe and the crowd, everything was so nice there. And it was almost the evening, and there was one person who was performing also there, and he was holding the crowd so well. And I sat there like for half an hour and just enjoyed the vibe of the city. So from the left side of Piazza Matteotti, from the Piazza de Ferrari, I came to the Teatro Carlo Felice, which is the principal opera house of Genoa, Italy. I came to inside that and I could not see much of the things there. Maybe they have the portion of that upstairs or something, but I didn't know that was open or not. At the exit of the opera house, I came to the Galleria Giuseppe Mazzini, which is like a glass-roofed arcade, which is dated back in 1870s. And I was so surprised how well connected these things are. I'm going to one thing and landing to another, and it's just also connected. And I didn't Google there a lot of the things. I just like landed up to one to another things, which is like amazing. This arcade had like a lot of shops, coffee shops, and there were this artist on the street who were presenting their art, selling their arts, and it was amazing. The vibe of the entire street was really nice. Some few hundred meters away from the Piazza de Ferrari, I walked and I saw this Piazza Corvetto, which is also like one of the largest and elongated squares in Genoa, which was named after Luigi Emanuele Corvetto. I didn't find that like extraordinary or something to spend time with there, so I just came back. I just saw there and I just came back from there. So from there I went to this Via Giuseppe Garibaldi, which is a 250-meter long street on a historical center of Genoa, and it has I think 12 palaces listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and I ended up going to one or two palaces which were open to each of the places to go inside. It was long time, but I saw the street and it was a pretty street. I walked through there, and then after the street ends, there are like a lot of cafes you can go to. To end my day, I went to the port where I found this ship called Neptune, which is a ship replica which was built in 1985 for Roman Polanski, and he was making a film called Pirates. It was made for that film. It was a Spanish styled ship, and it's kept there since then, and it's like a main attraction of that port. Like if you go to the port, you just the first thing your eye catches is that ship, and I thought like it's some historic ship, but it's like a replica, but which was a really good replica because I've seen a lot of ships in the Portsmouth. And then finally I just walked to the port and people were playing their music there. It was a nice vibe in the evening because it wasn't that hot by the evening. And then I just spent like half an hour to the port. I sat there, heard the music, and finally from there I took my train back to Savona. And this is it for this video of me exploring the Genoa. I know the one day for Genoa wasn't enough and I didn't plan my itinerary well, but this is how I wanted to spend the day because I knew that I didn't have more than 6-7 hours. And if you like this video, like, share and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next video.